My name is Sean Weir. I'm the president of Atlantic Packaging. When you talk about a core purpose of an organization, it's so baked into the DNA of the company. It's not just a box. The customer's not buying boxes from us. This is something I try and say over and over again to people at the company. They're buying sort of the end of their production process. If you're a bakery and you're making bread, you can imagine a facility with like 100 people and millions of dollars of raw materials. If you don't have boxes, all of that is useless. It's almost dead in the water. That's what they're paying for, is that last step to be able to put their product in it and then be able to get it to market. What it leads us to do is have conversations with customers in terms of what they need to better support their businesses. Our new Hamilton plant is a physical manifestation of exactly that. Most of our customers are moving into this direction. They're expanding their operations west of the city. They needed us to be closer and to have more capacity. So we made the investment to support them. I think if you look across the business, all of the different investments we've made have been very much with the key focus on how is this going to help the customer's business? How is this going to help them move forward? What do they need from their supply base? And in several cases, the customer is not yet aware of their need. We certainly try to be proactive. That's the goal. I think, historically as a company, we've been very good at the reactive. We're getting much better at the proactive, but still a lot of work to do, obviously. NPS is a measurement system we use to understand customers' satisfaction levels with us. If I look back to fiscal 2024 survey results, we started to move into what I'd call sort of the edge of world-class performance. The culture is customer-centric. It's been that way since Abraham and Phil founded the company 80 years ago. If I look at the future of the company, irrespective of what's happening in the economy and the world in general, our objectives don't really change. The goal is to continue to grow. There is definitely a customer base that's underserved by our industry today. We've had very direct feedback that, forget about the investments we've already made. We need to be in other locations yesterday, so to speak. And those customers are going to look for the same thing wherever we're at, which is, more and more higher levels of service as their businesses get more complicated. The expectations of us as their primary supplier in this area is just going to grow. If I think about last year's survey results, going into this next fiscal year for us, that's absolutely critical, is trying to make it more transparent to everyone that customer experience is everyone's responsibility. What I'll define as the bigger, easier steps. We're adding capacity, this facility again. There are other things that are much more subtle will help us achieve that. So since we're already the leader, we're gonna have to get pretty innovative and trying to figure out some way to do things better than the best in the industry already does, because we're already the best in a lot of these areas. So it's gonna be a challenge to come up with those new solutions. I'm very excited about the team across the business, that they will rise to that challenge. Those things combined will continue to see the business improve. The customers need more than they get today. That's universal. Every customer I talk to at some level, they may talk about different specific issues, but they need more than they have today, and that's what the future is really about.